Today I'd like to tie for you an autumn sunrise. The hook I have in a vise, this is a size 12. It is 2 extra long, 2 extra heavy, and it is a 5262 green caddis hook. Green Caddis Outfitters, greencaddis.com. I'm going to start out, I have a 3mm gold bead. I'm going to take 15 thousandths lead-free wire or lead wire, and we're going to wrap the thorax area. And I got about 10 wraps on there. Going to push the lead inside the bead. I'm going to use black thread. I'm going to start the thread behind the lead wraps. Put a few wraps there and then move the thread up the lead wraps and back down, and put a base of thread down to the rear of the hook. And then we're going to stop that just about where it would hang at the barb. First thing we're going to put on is gold wire. And I'm going to tie the gold wire to the side, and I'm going to secure that just quickly with some wraps forward and back. To start out with the tail, I'm going to use red Pheasant Tail center, and I have about a dozen. Move that wire out of my way. I have about a dozen red Pheasant Tail center, and I'm going to make the tail about 2/3 the length of the body. I'm going to secure that, and I'm going to trim that off and wrap that down a little more securely. Now I'm going to take the section that I just cut off, and I'm going to tie them back in. I'm going to place them all the way to the lead wraps, and this will help give us a more level of a body. Folding them back, you get a little bit of a bump there, so if you cut them off and then reapply them, you'll have less of that bump. Then I'm going to bring the thread up on the lead wraps a few. Take my bobbin cradle and hold the thread out of the way. I'm going to take my hackle pliers, hold the pheasant tail. Oop, we got a loop there. Going to pull them. Place my hackle pliers on the bottom and pull them all the way up. A little less chance for a loop at that way. Let me try one more time. Keep losing them. I'm going to rotate my vise and wrap the pheasant tail. And bring that right up to on top of the lead wraps. I'm going to tie this off at this point. Go ahead and push my cradle away. I'm going to take that gold wire, that fine gold wire, and I'm going to counter wrap this and tie that off at the top of the abdomen. You can add an extra wrap of wire if you'd like, and we're going to remove all of the excess. I'm going to tie in that tag end. That will add just a little bit more bulk to my thorax. And bring the thread back. Now I'm going to take another section of the pheasant tail. I'm going to take them, I'm going to measure for the legs. And I want those legs to be just slightly longer than what our thorax is going to be. I'm going to tie them in. You can start at the front, you can start at the back. Whoop. Keep them on top. Tie them to the bead and come back with it. You can see it's already starting to, they're already starting to flare. I'm going to take pink seal fur. This is Northern Lights Super Select Seal Fur from Deer Creek. And I'm going to dub for my thorax. I'm just going to put it on one pinch at a time and see what I got. And tighten that up just a little bit more. Come back over it. Oop, one more tight. And bring that right up to the bead once again. Now at this point we can divide our legs. Just grab them equal amounts to each side. I'm going to start with the far side and we're going to tie them down. Going to get the close side, tie them down. Now I'm going to take them both and pull them back and hold them back. And put a few wraps on them at that point. I'm going to take my pheasant tail wing case. I'm going to fold it over, and you want to lay it flat on there. Going to hold everything in place. And tie that in. Put a couple of wraps in front. And I'm going to remove the excess. Now I'm going to take just a small pinch of the seal fur and try to get a very tight loop just to hide the threads behind the bead. And that's enough. I'm going to pull off the remainder. So I got to trim there just a speck. Take our whip finisher. Give it about a 3-turn whip finish. And we're going to put some head cement on there. I'm going to get it on the wing case also. And here we have an autumn sunrise. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.